Hey, Sooner football fans. This is your Sooner Football Fans podcast. You got Terry and Rob here. Boomer Rob.
Sooner Terry.
And we are coming at you from the new and improved podcast Palace in beautiful Norman, Oklahoma.
Where we are not affiliated with the University of Oklahoma.
But we do have eligibility left. Get all the old stuff out of the way first off. Make sure and get your Unhitch the Wagon t-shirts. You can get the Unhitch the Wagon pocket tee. We're $5 off with promo code what, Rob?
Natty.
www.unhitchthewagons.com. The band that you heard playing the music is Fever Tree Memphis, out of Memphis, Tennessee. Fever Tree, new album coming out in the coming months. I believe it's called Social Distortion. You're looking forward to that, but you can go get their listen to their album anywhere you listen to music, Spotify, iTunes. Their first album is still out and available, of course. Lessons Learned. Go check it out. And also, we'd like to give a big shout out to Gas Station Coffee. You ever had Gas Station Coffee, Rob?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
I've had gas at the station.
Gas at the station? That's a whole nother story.
Wait, which gas? No.
Anyway, Gas Station Coffee. You can order it online. Oklahoma City-based company. www.gasstationcoffee.com. You can order it by the pound, 2 pounds, get you some cups, bags, all that stuff. Good coffee to wake you up on a Sooner Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. I guess Sunday too. But we are recording this, sitting here waiting on this basketball game to get over so we can watch the College Football Playoff Committee make arses of themselves again.
Right. I bet we don't even move up a spot.
Not even a spot. You don't think?
I don't know. We should, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it.
Well, we should jump Michigan and Michigan State. They both have one loss.
I know. We should be ahead of all those one-loss teams, but we're not.
But we're not. Nope. No, it's because we don't have a quality loss, Rob. If we would get a quality loss.
In this league?
Well, it's like, I can't think of his name now. Joel Klatt said, don't worry, Oklahoma fans. In the next two, when you start playing in the SEC, you can have as many quality losses as you want. You'll still make
be ranked. Still be ranked. Must be nice.
Yeah, must be nice. So let's go to the SEC, and then any loss we have will be a good loss.
We won't fall out of the top 4.
Yeah, So, and if Alabama doesn't fall out of the top 4 after that,
they're not going to. I'll put money on that.
Oh, yeah, but LSU is terrible. They're terrible.
Well, they'll just barely fall out when Georgia beats them.
Yeah.
and they may not steal.
It depends on if it's a quality loss.
If they go in and lose by a field goal, they may not fall out of the top 4.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But let's talk about the Sooners real quick. The Sooners coming off of a bye week, but put a pretty good whooping on the Texas Tech Red Raiders, 52-21 2 weeks ago. Caleb Williams was 23 of 30 for 402 yards and a 95.6 QBR rating. Spencer Rattler comes in and gives us a quarterback controversy at the end of the game. He went
no, there's not.
5 for 5 for 67 yards and 1 TD. Caleb Williams threw 6 touchdown passes.
They both looked really good.
Yeah.
And Spencer did not look like the Spencer that we've seen in the first 5 games.
No.
4.5, 5.5, whatever it was.
Caleb Williams did not rush for a TD this time, so we didn't run a quarterback sneak, so he didn't score a 75.
We didn't run the ball at all.
Well, but only time he scores on runs is a quarterback sneak.
Right.
For 90 yards. So
4th and 1.
4th and 1 on our own 20, and he's going to go 80 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. Not on, obviously not on the podcast, but Oklahoma put up a stunning 104 yards rushing on 32 attempts.
Oh, I didn't think we broke 100. I thought we was at 75 or something.
But I mean, good Lord, we didn't need to run the ball.
We didn't have to, but if you're gonna look for something to gripe about, There it is.
Yeah. I mean, good grief. Caleb Williams was, I mean, how many different receivers did he hit? I can't remember. Let me just look it up here again. Back to the old box score. Let's see. Marvin Mims had 4 catches. Mario Williams had 5. Drake Stoops had 3. Brian Darby had 2. Jaden Hazelwood had 3. Braden Willis had 2. Jeremiah Hall had 3. Eric Gray had 2. Marcus Major 1. Austin Stogner 1. Jackson Sumlin 1. And Damon Smith 1.
Wow. That's a lot of different receivers. A lot of different receivers. And a lot of those were quality catches.
I didn't catch one, and I was open all night over there in the corner of the end zone.
I was guarding you pretty good there for a little bit.
I mean, he threw it to everybody.
Except for the other team. Did you notice that?
Exactly. He threw 0 interceptions.
Picks.
Averaged 13.4 yards per pass.
That's a pretty good average as well.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You remember the first 4 games, we didn't throw anything barely past the line of scrimmage.
So you're saying that that was all Spencer's fault? Is that what you're saying, Rob?
I want to put a lot of blame on him. I don't know exactly the percentage, but I think he's definitely got to carry some of it, don't he?
Yeah. Well, interesting thing though. I mean, we just came from Rudy's. We didn't stay for all the show. Coach, Toby's calling the basketball game.
Plank's calling the basketball
normally
game.
Plank sits in for him when he's calling basketball, but Plank's calling the basketball game up in the North Pole somewhere.
Yeah.
So it was Gabe Eichard.
It's the elves against the reindeer.
Yeah. It was we went and it was Gabe Eichard and who was with him in the huddle just went blank.
If you hadn't asked me,
I know. So Curtis Lofton did the huddle, and then I think Coach Lincoln is a little under the weather.
Yep.
Didn't have his press conference. It seems to happen to him every year about this time. He gets a little bit of a sniffle going on. So it was Coach Kel Gundy that did the show. Me and Rob, stayed for most of that. And headed over here to the podcast house to, talk to you guys and watch this. But not a lot really going on. The Tech game is two weeks out.
Not a lot to talk about, though, with that game. I mean, there's some great passes and some great catches as well. Drake Stoops, for one.
Yeah.
Every catch that he caught, that he catched. How do you say that? Every pass that he caught, how about that? Was pretty fantastic.
Yeah. And of course, Baylor did us no favors by losing to the mighty Horned Frogs of TCU last week, 30-28.
Man, are they bad.
Yeah, how does that happen? But, another Sooner quarterback comes out or former Sooner comes out and throws it all over the yard on them.
Yep.
But they lost.
Really good doing it.
Yeah, 30-28. So there were 2 lost. They were ranked 12th. They'll probably be around 20th. Maybe further down.
Yeah, we really needed them to win.
Yeah,
to help our SOS.
Yeah, we needed everybody to win. Iowa State to win. But 2 weeks ago, Iowa State lost to West Virginia. How does that happen?
And then Oklahoma State just kicked a hole in them.
Yeah, and of course Oklahoma State lost to Iowa State. So, Oklahoma State has TCU, which they need to win for our sake, which means what, Rob? They'll lose.
They'll lose.
Yeah, we need them to win, and they'll lose. So, but we got Baylor. Last time we were down in the old Waco and the Branch Davidian section of the country. What happened, Rob?
They tried to recruit you to live at some complex? No?
Nope.
Let's see. We put a pretty good whipping on them, if I remember correctly.
Nope.
Did they beat us?
Nope.
They didn't beat us.
Nope. Jalen Hurts was the quarterback.
Yeah, we beat them up pretty good.
No, it was like 38 to.
Well, that's good beating.
No, it was like 38-6. We were behind going into the second half. Do you not remember that game?
I do now. Epic comeback, right?
Yeah, the epic comeback. Let's see here if I can pull that old game back up here. 2019.
I feel like we always play well down there. In that stadium, I think
Yeah.
We need to go down there sometime. It's right on the river.
Yeah.
We need to go
Right off the highway.
game sometime, I think.
Yeah, looking here. Baylor was up 30. Well, yeah, they were up 31-10
At half.
at half.
Hmm.
And we won 34-31. And we shut them out in the second half. That was a crazy
That's some
game.
Sooner Magic game right there.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's some Sooner magic. That old Jalen Hurts dialed up. That's old news. We got the Bears this weekend down there again. Pretty solid team. A lot of people said this was going to be the bump in the road that the Sooners would probably stumble on. I think most people have changed their mind.
Well, let's hope it goes that way. I mean, TCU's not that great. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And they put some points on them, and surely if they can do it, we can too. But never say never.
Yeah, Baylor was just anemic. They had 214 yards passing, 179 yards rushing. TCU put up 468 yards in the air. If TCU can put up 468 yards in the air, Oklahoma should just light them up.
Scoop Morris just put it on them, didn't he?
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. I mean, here it is. We're coming into November. That Sooners like to call, or Lincoln calls it, I guess, started calling it, in which all of us joined in. Championship November. Lincoln has not lost a game in November, Rob.
Knock on wood, Terry. Thank you.
Is particle board wood?
let's just say it is.
Well, I mean, that's what everybody said. Lincoln, this is when Oklahoma historically turns things on under Lincoln Riley. They turn it on in November. And they have to, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they definitely have to. This is going to be our toughest 3 games all year. We got the off week, so they're rested. They've got no excuses. They got the quarterback in there now. The defense is appearing to play a little bit better. We're going to get some guys back. With the addition of Jalen Redmond, maybe we can have some rush.
Yeah, we got Woody Washington supposed to be back this week.
That's not what they were saying earlier.
It's a good chance.
Well, let's hope that happens. If we're 100% healthy, man, I think we're going to be pretty good. I think we're going to start looking like the team that we should have been looking like all year, or I guess that everybody hoped we looked like.
Have you heard? Did they let Marcus Major out of jail last week?
I didn't know he was in jail
For killing that guy on the field?
Oh.
I'm telling you, man, he knocked the spirit out of that man. His
ears are still ringing, aren't they?
And you got it. Rob sat with me and Teresa for this game, and we're in the north end zone, right on the sideline. And that was about on the 45-yard line, and it sounded like a gun went off in that stadium, didn't it?
I think we all had a little concussion sickness from that one. He lowered the boom on that guy.
Oh my God! And he ran. I know he had apparently some grade problems. I guess was the issue that he didn't play, and they said he was bigger. He is bigger. He's look at him,
a lot thicker,
because he was a skinny little freshman.
Yeah, they said he gained like 20 pounds of muscle,
and he had 5 carries for 29 yards. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be better if it was 5 carries for 209 yards.
Well, yeah. Yeah. His long.
Is that even possible?
Yeah. His longest was 8 yards, and that's when he killed the guy. The guy actually came back to life. But if you saw the hit, I'm sure everybody did. That dude went complete UFC knockout. He stiffened up straight as a board when that helmet come off, and kind of.
Well, the helmet didn't just come off. He just blew that helmet off that guy. If you haven't seen it, you need to Google it on up.
Yeah, and I mean it was impressive, But no, he really was not in jail. That was Did you know that Texas Tech had a running back named Sir Roderick?
Yep.
Sir Roderick. That's different. Wonder Sir Roderick. Sir Roderick Thompson. Should have named Caleb Sir Roderick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Sir Caleb?
So Caleb, isn't that a bug?
I think that's cicada. But, whatever.
Kind of close.
If you're in Oklahoma, you can make that happen.
Yeah, but we're sitting here waiting on things to pop up here. It's resuming. The top 25 is resuming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It begins now. Prepare, Sooner fans, because we're going to get to see on Twitter everybody have a complete meltdown again.
Are we going to go nuclear?
And while we're waiting on this, let's talk about Monkeygate. Monkeygate. The Texas Longhorns, once again, are coming apart at the seams.
Hold up. What does your act have to look like for your name to be Pole Assassin?
Well,
I mean, what is going on that you get nicknamed Pole Assassin?
No, I'm only assuming that this Texas coach who left his wife for this stripper had to tell. How do you tell your? Did you just see that they just had a monkey on ESPN? A face popped in.
I missed it. Rewind.
But that you have to tell your kids, I'm leaving your mother for a stripper.
With a monkey.
And her name's Pole Assassin.
Right. I wonder what the monkey's name is.
Oh,
Marcel?
I can't remember. I saw something. It was, it was something like Sugar or Booger or,
oh boy,
something like that. But, man, they're showing a lot of Sooners there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Where'd they put the
now I'm just, they put the pokes on there. Now I'm feeling just dirty.
Yeah. But, now, I mean, number one, there's that, the monkey biting a kid in a haunted house they had set up for Halloween going through their backyard. It was a whole big.
I mean, who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, I'm not letting any kid. Okay. You know this, Rob. Rob, everybody probably, listens to it knows Rob does not like crowds. And so he gets real uncomfortable.
Not a fan.
I am not a fan of Halloween anymore.
And it's not really just crowds. It's people in general.
But, when I did all the stuff with the kids when they were when they were little, you know what I mean? We took them all over the place trick-or-treating, took them to the nice, neighborhood so they could get the good candy and all that stuff. I'd always decorate up the house. I would hide in the bushes, scare kids when they come up.
Well, that's just fun.
Yeah. But now, I mean, I don't even want trick-or-treaters coming to my door. I have my lights off. Teresa took the grandkids. She went up to David's house with the grandkids, and they were like, "Are you coming?" I was like, "No." Well, why not? They're not my kids. They're my grandkids. I don't want to follow my grandkids all over God's creation.
So no candy candy given out for you this year. What a Grinch!
Yeah,
what a ball humbug!
I did not give out any candy, and I'm not ashamed of it.
You know what I did?
What?
I was like, all right, I'm about to have some trick-or-treaters. I got to find some kind of a costume. So I went into the hall closet, and my robe from when I walked at OU was in there. So I threw that on, and I went out and got a twig from the tree, and I put like this green toboggan on. And these kids came to the door, and I went, swish and flick. They were just looking at me like, oh my God, Mom, this dude has lost his mind. I was like, here, take your M&Ms and go on.
Oh, swish and flick.
Right.
Okay.
Had me a little magic wand made
Did you give yourself a wizard name?
No. No, but I mean, I don't know. There's maybe 5 or 6, groups of kids came by after that. I turned off the light and started eating the candy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had like two people rang the doorbell, and I really wanted to go to the door and open it up and go, scare the crap out of them. Do you see my lights on? No, my lights are not on. Why are you here?
It's because the Grinch lives here.
But, I just don't like doing, the Halloween thing. And what was my point of this whole conversation? What were we talking about?
I don't know.
I went completely blank on because we were talking about something and something. Anyway,
we're talking about the monkey at Halloween.
Oh yeah, the monkey. Yeah, I would not put a I would not go through the effort of putting a haunted trail through my backyard.
Listen, if you have an animal, then you got a pretty good idea if it'll bite or not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Rascal wouldn't hurt a flea.
Yeah.
But if he did, it's going to hurt.
Here we are. Oklahoma State is in at number 10. So that'll drop because they're going to hurt us. They're going to lose. And, but yeah, I mean, it was just bad decisions.
Well,
there had to
monkeys
be.
are so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And apparently it was in a cage, and away from where they were supposed to be at. But again, she had a sign. I saw that little video. She had a sign, and it said, what is it? What kind of monkey was it? Service monkey.
Service monkey, yeah.
Yeah, which...
If you get up in your feelings, you go hug the monkey.
Yeah.
You don't want to spank the monkey.
Yeah, you never spank the monkey.
Because it bites, apparently.
But she had a sign up that said, do not enter service monkey. Okay, what kid, I don't care what age,
I think the kid that got bit probably could not read that.
Yeah. And went, oh, service monkey, I'm going to go check out a monkey.
But you know what? That's the tip of the iceberg down there at Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. They've lost 4 straight.
Yep.
And it's going to only get worse because now they got kids hitting the portal.
Yeah. And they got coaches screaming at kids to hit the portal. But I get it. I mean, I understand. Apparently, they're number 8.
I told you we didn't move a spot. Not one damn spot.
Not one spot.
They ought to be just ashamed of themselves.
Oh, my gosh. This is so
Notre Dame is
funny.
number 9. They have played absolutely no one and gotten beat by the one team that was decent that they played. Come on.
Oklahoma 9-0. So we are the lowest ranked undefeated team.
Probably ever in the history of football. That is just retarded.
Oh, I almost want to listen to what these guys are saying. But you know what? I mean, it is what it is. We went out, we're in. I mean, there's no way.
I would agree with that, but it appears they're trying to stack it against us.
Yeah. To where it appeared in the previous years, Oklahoma always had that outside chance of, getting
losing
back
one,
in.
As long as we win the Big 12 championship, we make it.
And now it's like, okay, for them to get in, they're going to have to go undefeated.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Challenge accepted.
That's stupid, though. How can we not jump Michigan State?
Right.
They're not that good.
They got beat by an unranked Purdue.
Listen, Cincinnati just barely got by Tulsa.
Right.
Tulsa is 3-4.
Tulsa should have won that game.
Tulsa should have won the game.
Yeah.
Come on. That's just ridiculous.
Ohio State barely got by Nebraska.
Right. Well, so did we, but
but my point is like, okay, they've got a loss.
They've got a loss and barely got by
the same Alabama team. Number 2.
Of course. Listen, after Georgia beats Alabama's not falling out of the top 4. It's not going to happen.
Oregon, who got beat by Stanford.
Who got beat by Kansas State. What a ridiculousness.
Yeah, Stanford couldn't beat itself out of a wet paper bag. So number 4.
Well, they don't play anybody either, right?
Ohio State, who got beat by Oregon, who I think is going to get beat by Purdue. That'd be hilarious if Purdue beats. And then they'll just put Purdue at number 4.
I would love Purdue to beat Ohio State.
Yeah. Number 5. Who is number 5?
Cincinnati. Gotta be.
You think? Don't draw. For the love of God, put it up. Sorry, folks. We're sitting here boring. Cincinnati. 9-0. Barely creep by. It's going to be interesting to hear the reasoning behind this when they said Oklahoma had some close, but no quality losses.
I'm not going to listen to it.
No quality. Yeah. Number 6 is going to be Michigan. It's got to. I hope it's Michigan. I hope they put Michigan ahead of Michigan State.
It'll be Michigan, and then I don't know what is that. They're stupid, so
it's going to be Michigan and Michigan State. Just depends on which section they're in.
But for how long have they had the Longhorn Network? We've been saying they've been bad.
Yeah,
that's what is going on down there. That's got to be part of it or something.
There's no institutional control. It's just falling apart. I mean, their last 3 head coaches have the identical record their first season.
4-5.
4-5, and they haven't gotten any.
Oh my gosh!
Michigan is ahead of Michigan State. Oh, oh, head-to-head matchups don't matter apparently to this committee.
Well,
does
neither
it?
does an undefeated record. So.
Yeah. So
3 teams in the top 4 with 1 loss.
Yeah.
2 teams behind them, undefeated, not in the top 4.
Oh, it's ridiculous. But which again, this is all. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's entertainment. It's to get everybody talking, and that's what everybody's going to do. That's
Are
what
you
we're
not
doing.
entertained?
Yeah, or that's all it's for.
Because I'm not.
Because because I'm telling you, when it goes to 8 or 12 teams, and you put guidelines, conference champion, doesn't matter how many losses you have, you're a conference champion. You're in the playoffs.
Right.
Boom. Ends all this speculation.
It does.
Ends all the chatter, ends all this, which I am longing for, because I'm telling you, again, that's why that's the part of pro football I like better than college football, and that's the only part that it doesn't matter if you lose a couple of games in the season, which people say, well, that will take the excitement out of college football. No, it won't. I will still get mad if we lose.
Mm-hmm.
I still get mad when my Steelers lose, but it's the fact that I can sit here and go, just get to the playoffs. That's all you got to do is get to the playoffs.
Get to the playoffs.
And
well, the people in Lansing, right, where Michigan State is, their heads are popping off right now.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee you.
Oh, this is so stupid. It is so
Well, I mean,
and Wake Forest lost and they didn't drop.
Huh.
Oh no, they dropped.
Look, they moved A&M up to 11 with 2 losses. A&M's at 11.
Yeah, of course.
That's strength of schedule.
It's SEC, strength of schedule.
We'll be there next year.
Purdue is 19, 6-3, and they're if they beat Ohio State, they're going to be number 4.
Auburn's got 3 losses, and they're ahead of a 2-loss Iowa team.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
interesting.
My gosh.
But hey, Terry, I know that we hate the Longhorns.
Yeah.
But if that running back hits the portal, I hope he comes north.
Yeah.
I would take Bijan Robinson right now, quick and in a hurry.
And word is, that I've seen on the old twit, is that apparently that was him that did the video of their coach losing his damn mind on the bus. Which I'm not going to say that. I don't blame him. Apparently, they were all laughing and joking around. And, I saw somebody's posted people making fun of it. It's this man's livelihood. This is how he makes a living and supports his family. And y'all take it serious or get off the bus.
Well, already you've seen Sark has fired he fired 2 coaches today or yesterday.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, he fired. I can't even remember who he fired now, but that if he's taking heat, he's going to start firing coaches.
Oh yeah,
plain and simple.
Yeah, I'm not going to get fired. You are.
That's right. And so if I'm that coach, if I can't light a fire under them guys, I'm going to get fired.
Yeah. I remember, my high school coach, Coach Wadsworth. When he'd get upset with you, if you don't like it, don't let the gate hit you in the butt on the way out.
Well, I was listening to Teddy talk about this today, and he said you didn't have to worry about Coach Stoops coming after you if you were, grabbing butt on the bus. The players would come after you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a business trip. You
can save it for the win.
Yeah,
you win, then you can goof off whatever.
But if you lose, but here, since we got onto this topic with the 20, top 20, Oklahoma has Baylor. And I'm to a point too, and I've seen all the predictors and stuff out there and listened to the radio. Everybody is saying the same thing. If Oklahoma wins out, it's something like 99% chance of getting into the playoffs. It's just going to happen. But I think, and I think you're with me here, Oklahoma they can't just win They're going to have to play like champions in
Right.
championship November.
Yeah, they need to step it up.
They're going to have to win. They can't win these games 28-25, 32-30. We're going to have to put up 45, 40, 50 points on each team and hold them under 24.
Yeah.
If we don't, we're still going to. It's going to be tougher. But Oklahoma, it's like the coach on Remember the Titans when he tells him to run it up, leave no doubt. That's what they got to do.
That's what they got to do. Yeah.
Lincoln now has to go. We got to run it up on everybody, leave no doubt in the mind.
The only people in the top 4 that are going to lose is probably Alabama.
Yeah.
Because they just don't play anybody else.
No.
Right? Oregon's got Oregon State, and I don't know what the schedules look like. Washington State or something like that.
Yeah, and
they're
that's
not going to lose to those 2 teams.
That's a positive for Oklahoma. Is as long as Oklahoma State, Baylor, didn't do us any favors. We needed a top 10 win. But as long as Oklahoma State can do what they're supposed to do, Iowa State, as long as everybody does what they're supposed to do this weekend, Oklahoma win, Oklahoma State win, Iowa State win. Oklahoma beat Iowa State. Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State twice, which that's going to be crazy, isn't it? Turn around and drive down to Dallas to play, which is kind of dumb when you really think about it. That
right?
Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship, we got to drive to another state to play people that's an hour and a half from us.
If that.
Yeah.
Well, it really depends on how fast you drive.
But, Oklahoma has got to – let's face it. And I think I told you I was watching ESPN this weekend, and he had Oklahoma in his poll at like 3. And they were like, oh, Joey Galloway was like, oh, well, that's interesting. He goes, my only reason is Caleb Williams. He goes, if Caleb Williams started the season, Oklahoma wins games convincingly.
Yeah.
It's a completely different team. It's a completely different dynamic. It's a completely different team. Oklahoma will be there. You know? Unless
we're, if we beat Baylor, but we're down 17 points at halftime, we have to come back and beat them, 28-24 or whatever it is, then that's more the same, and we're not going to get any love.
Yeah, we're not going to get any love. But I still say, it's a brand, and this is when you're glad you're not TCU and Baylor, because we all know TCU and Baylor got left out of when they tied for the Big 12 championship when we didn't have a championship game.
Right.
That they should have been in the playoffs. One of those teams should have. That's not going to happen to Oklahoma. An undefeated Oklahoma, it's a brand. It's money.
It's a big fan base.
They can't go, well, we're leaving Oklahoma out because they won the Big 12 and they don't have any quality wins. Bullcrap. They're an undefeated team in a Power 5 conference. You have to put an undefeated Power 5 team in. Period. It's how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like Bob Stoops said today earlier on Teddy's show on sports radio was losing a game now, it's damn near impossible to get into the playoffs unless you're Alabama.
Yeah, because they're going to top load those teams. Like I say, Auburn.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, they're so good. They're not that good.
Yeah.
They got 3 losses.
I literally, honestly cannot wait to get into the SEC.
Yeah, because then we can get some of that.
Yeah.
But we obviously got to play. If we played like next year in the SEC, if we play like we did this year, we got several losses.
I think, here's you and I were talking about there's no Kansas in the SEC. Maybe, Vanderbilt. That's it. But look at what Oklahoma is going. They're bringing a brand into a brand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's you and I have talked about we may take some road trip the next 10 years. To go to Ole Miss, to go to Mississippi State, to go to LSU.
I definitely want to go to Oxford
because
that's the number 1 tailgate in college football. I would love to go into Tuscaloosa and see Bryant Denny.
Florida, go down to.
Oh, I don't know about that, Terry.
You don't.
I've had the pleasure of meeting some Florida fans, and it was not all it was cracked up to be.
I'm saying just go play a game, in the swamp.
I don't know. I mean, I think their family tree looks more like a stick than it does a tree. But no, I'm sorry about that right there.
No, sorry. That's Alabama, Rob. You got it backwards.
Oh.
But, man, Coach K looked horrible, didn't he? You didn't see that. But also, by the way, even though they started playing basketball tonight, it's not basketball season.
I don't care about basketball no way. So.
I don't either. But it's like, really, it's football season. Basketball should not start until after the national championship game. You know,
well, they got to get their games in.
The freaking NBA runs
in February.
Runs 9 months. It's ridiculous.
I'm like, who's going to a baseball game when it's 20 degrees outside? Not Big Rob.
I hardly go to a football game.
You better put that on TV.
When it's 20 degrees. You know, I remember when my Buffs were going to play in the state championship, and I sent you a message, hey, you want to go watch it? And we decided not to because it was supposed to be 12 degrees. For the game. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't
metal bleachers.
Yeah,
no, spank you.
But you can drink hot cocoa. Hot cocoa does you no good.
Are they going to back the truck up and just hook it up to me?
Just pour it on me. But, yeah, I mean, Oklahoma does. And I hope, and I believe this, I mean, it's not that they, turn on a switch, disrespect, but they're getting a little disrespect. And if the coaches don't use that, shame on our coaches.
Well, I mean, we are. And guess what? We deserve it.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
Go, hey, look, this is what everybody thinks of you, of what you've done. Now it's time to step up and prove to them where you belong, And this was supposed to be our year. Rattler was going to do this and that and this and that. Things have changed. It can still be our year. I think we can play with them. I think we can play with Georgia.
If we come out and we play and let's just say we beat Baylor 54-7.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing a number. Do we start getting love then? Do they go, oh, okay, okay?
Yeah. Now we need to bump them up one.
I mean,
yeah.
If we're 10-0, don't they gotta start saying, well, something's going right?
And we just won. Like I said, I'm still picking. I'm saying 42-21. I mean, I think it's going to be that kind of game. I think Caleb does that much for our offense, and also I think the committee is putting too much emphasis on the Kansas game. I really do, because Heather Dimmick, or whatever her name is, she's kind of hot, but she's ESPN, and I put stuff on there. Plank talks about her quite a bit, but he said today, people are saying what she is saying. This is her opinion. This is she hates Oklahoma. He goes, no, she's reporting on this is what she's hearing, from the committee. This is why Oklahoma. When she made the little snarly post about, when Oklahoma State was thumping Kansas, this is what Oklahoma, this is what the team to this north or the south was supposed to do, hint Oklahoma. And, he's like, it's not her picking on Oklahoma. What she's doing is reporting that this is what she's getting out of the committee. She's seeing this is, and I think they're putting all of their weight right now on that Kansas game.
Well, if they would have actually watched the game, yes, the first half we came out flat and uninterested.
Yeah.
Second half was a whole different story.
Yeah.
You could see the talent was there.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little short-sighted.
But I still blame that. Like you and I were talking with Sam Mays from the what radio franchise. What was it you said? You almost have to go out to play that bad. And Sam was like, right? A team like Oklahoma, on their worst day, shouldn't play like that.
Should not play that bad.
And it, and it falls on coaching. The coaches did not have those guys prepared. And people, and we've talked about this on the podcast before. That Lincoln, I think, set the precedence by giving them that Monday off.
Well, I mean, it is Kansas, and I hate to say it that way, but really, there should be no way Kansas stays with you that way.
Yeah,
like they did. And
guess who Kansas plays this weekend?
Oklahoma State?
Nope.
No, Texas.
Yeah. Would that not be the greatest?
Oh, boy.
In Austin.
They better hope they win that game. They because SEC might call back and say, you know what, we changed our mind. We'd take Oklahoma State or Baylor or Iowa State.
Iowa State, Texas. Yeah.
And then you know what, the Big 12 might not want Texas back. They might say you need to go be independent with Notre Dame. We don't want you back over here.
Yeah, but I mean,
they already ran off Nebraska, Colorado, Texas A&M, and Missouri.
Yeah, they run the conference.
Texas did that.
Yeah, Texas did that. Yeah.
Just by the way, Texas sucks.
Yeah.
So.
But Oklahoma has got to step up, prove that it's championship November, win out convincingly. I mean, they have to, and I don't think they have to win convincingly to get in if they win out, but it sure would make me feel better.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, and I tell you something else, Terry. The College Football Playoff Committee and all the national people, they need to stop saying that the Big 12 is losing its two bell cows, because we're the bell cow and Texas is like a donkey or a little goat, one of them little annoying goats or something. They're bell cow and nothing.
One of their one of them fainting goats.
They're a fainting goat. That's it. That's it, Terry.
A fainting bevo.
The fainting bevos. Because they're that bad.
Yeah, it's and how. I'm sorry. How can a team with the money and let's say prestige or whatever as Texas let it? I mean, I know we went through it in Oklahoma, but
they're recruiting classes. They're top 5 every year recruiting.
And they're just doing nothing with the talent.
With those people.
Nothing with the talent. Yeah, and again, Ohio State beat Nebraska. I think it was 26-17.
Mm-hmm.
We beat them 23-16. But yet
difference of 2 points.
Ohio State's ranked above us, and they just that was Saturday that happened,
and it's because they look good in some of their other games.
Yeah, and
never mind Nebraska.
Yeah, but Cincinnati has barely won like 3 games.
I know none of it makes sense. We shouldn't even be mad. We should. We're sad for them.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I mean, it's like Caleb, linebacker, just went blank. Caleb. Everybody's screaming at their phones.
Well,
right
they know
now.
who it is.
Yeah. So, everybody hates Oklahoma, and, that's how it is.
That's all right. It's us against the world, baby.
Yeah, it's us against the world. We're little Oklahoma here in the middle, small little O state with a mighty football team. Wouldn't it be awesome if we just routed everybody the rest of the year? But we got Iowa State at 11 a.m. next week at home, our final home game of the season. Any bets on what time the Oklahoma State game will be?
We're probably 11 o'clock from here on out.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying.
11 next week, 11 the week after.
And
probably.
And then the Big 12 game will be at 11 o'clock.
The Big 12 championship game?
Yeah. It's always been 11 o'clock.
It's before the SEC game.
It's before all of them. We're the first one, you know.
Well, that's because the Big 12 sucks.
Yeah, except for Oklahoma.
Yeah. Who, if you didn't catch it earlier, we are the bell cow.
Yeah, we are the bell cow.
I don't know. Do we want to call ourselves cows?
No. We are the what's the opposite of runt of the litter?
The alpha?
Yeah, there we go.
We're the alpha.
We're the alpha.
The bell alphas.
The alpha bells.
So is that anything like a Southern bell?
A Southern bell?
Because I like Southern bells.
Southern bells can be, southerny. I mean, I said, I'm ready to leave this conference. I'm ready to get done with this.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I think it'd be even better if we were leaving Texas behind.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I mean, I know that's our biggest rivalry. Well, it's really our only rivalry in this conference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah. Oklahoma State is not our rival.
They're not a rival. Sorry.
They're our in-state rival, which is not a rivalry.
It's not a rivalry. 90. What is it? 91 and 17 or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah, that's not a rivalry.
No, that's an annual.
Kansas has beat us more than Oklahoma State has beat us,
and has played us less. Okay,
Yeah.
chew on that one.
Yeah.
Has beat us more, played us less.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun month. It's going to be, three games that Sooner fans are going to be on their seat, on the edge of their seats, ready to see something big happen.
Well, I hope we come out and really impress. We really play good. I hope Caleb has 3 games. Caleb Williams has 3 games to prove that he is the Heisman Trophy winner. He's already a candidate.
I don't want to talk about Heisman.
I don't either. But if he comes out and lights it up, we've got no choice. Caleb Williams he's going to be there already.
Yeah.
But he's got a real shot at winning it because nobody's stepping up, which I hate that because you know what? That nose tackle at Georgia
Deserves it.
he's like
Yeah. Yeah.
he is a beast.
Yeah. Speaking of which, okay, off subject here real quick because my Steelers just barely beat the Bears last night. Had to come. Yeah, we're up 20-6 going into the fourth quarter. Had to win with a last-second field goal. But, and I text Sooner Lisa this, is the number 1 center in the draft, Creed Humphrey. My Steelers passed on Creed Humphrey and took this dude Green, a center from Illinois, and he's the starter. They have high hopes for him, everything, and this and da-da-da-da. He's a pretty good center, and he is, except every time it was 3rd and short or 4th and short, he got drove into the backfield by the nose guard.
Wow.
Every stinking time.
Hey, they're saying that Creed may be the best center in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
in his rookie season.
And we passed on him and took Green from Illinois.
Well, way to go there.
Yeah, I'm still upset about that. I was so much looking forward to having Creed as the center. I thought they're going to take him. The Steelers are legendary having great centers. Pouncey, Mike Webster. All of their centers have been like all pros and superstars, and they go and get Green from Illinois. Anyway, that was my Pittsburgh Steeler rant. Speaking of which, you pulled off your hat, Rob. I see your hair there. I still have not cut my hair this year.
Wow.
Have you seen my hair lately?
It doesn't look like it's grown at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. My hair, apparently, as you get older, grows slower. I don't, because we're 9, 10 weeks into the season with the bye week, and
the bye week,
my hair is maybe 1/8 of an inch long. Back in the day, in 10 weeks, I'd have a mullet going by now.
So what you're saying is it doesn't matter if you cut it or if you don't.
I'm actually going to let my hair grow. I'm going to see. I want to
see if you can get that long mullet going out the back.
Yeah. Don't be hating.
I will not be hating. You can get that headband.
When the wife goes,
big hairband from the 80s.
When the wife goes, you look better with hair. You look like younger. She told me I look younger.
She's pretty generous on that, though, right?
Yeah, I know. She has to. She has to say that. I pay her. So
well, there you go. All right.
But so yeah, I think I'm going to let it grow out. I'll either look like I said. I may look like Gallagher. I don't know, but.
Well, I won't make fun of you too much.
I got 2 older brothers who have long hair, and they got the same hairline as I do, and it don't look too awful bad. So I'm just gonna see what happens. See, so next week I may look like a Holzhammer. Next season.
You probably not. Probably not, because dude has got some hair.
He's got the locks, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
But so the Sooners got to kick it up into high gear the last 4 games. Well, actually, I'm gonna say it. The last 6 games of the season, they got to turn it up now.
Got to turn it up for all 6 of them.
All 6 of them.
Yep. And when we play Georgia in the national championship game,
I think we can hang. I think we can hang with anybody.
That's pretty good defense. We would really have to step.
But their offense is average at best.
They don't need any better than average.
True. But. And, they played Lincoln before. What's his name? Kirby?
Yeah, Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart. So, you know.
Caleb Kelly was who you were talking about.
There we
earlier.
go,
Yeah,
Caleb. Yeah.
by the way. It's just, my process is running a little slow. That's all.
So, but what's your predictions this Saturday, Rob? Down in Waco, the Sooners score how many, and the Branch Davidians score?
Whew, man, it really would be easier to do this if we didn't have, a bipolar team sometimes. 0 points.
Apologies to all the bipolar
Kansas.
people out there.
Well, they know what I'm talking about. I wasn't, saying they were bad or anything. I'm just saying when we score 0 points against Kansas in the first half, Baylor's got to be at least twice as good as them. So
so does Texas Tech, and we handled them. So
I think we win it, Terry. I think it's going to be somewhere in the area of 48-21. Is that what you said? Because I can't say the same thing you said.
I said 43-21.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give us another
5 points.
5 points here. It's a sack.
Okay, we get a safety and a field goal.
I don't know, whatever that math comes out to. Let's just call it.
I always hate picking scores, because when you say I'm going to say 37-14, how do you get 37 points? I don't know.
Well, that's like two safeties and a half a field goal, and it's going to be 49.
Yeah, because every time I throw a number out there, I say 55-14. I'm like, how do you get to 55? Is that divided if you miss how many extra points?
A block extra point. And
so, but I think, I've always said, and I'm going to stand by what I said, is that we need a defense to hold teams under 21 points. And if we do that, our offense has got to produce like our offense is supposed to produce. And that's 40-plus points. We do that, we're fine.
Right. Well, it's probably going to be closer to, mid-40s to upper 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be, 45-38, something like that. But I really hope it was like 63-7.
Now, well, I mean, since the Texas game, it was 52-31 against TCU, but that was kind of gimme at the end, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Yeah. 30, then we beat Kansas. Yeah. And that, okay, well, I wanted to say, we let Tulane score 35 points. Western Carolina scored 0. Nebraska, we held them under 16, but only scored 23. Anemic offense. West Virginia, we held them to 13. Again, anemic offense. We didn't play well. 37-31, again, anemic offense, but we put up points. We just let them score too many. And then Texas, Superman comes out.
Right.
Throw up 55 points, 52 points, 35 and 52. It's a different offense now.
It's a different offense.
Completely different.
So let's go ahead and mark it up into the 50s then. Plus, we're getting some defensive players back.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do like a 52-17, 52-21 type game.
Wouldn't that make you happy?
I'd be happy as a puppy. Never mind.
With three Peters this time.
I don't know. Three Peters might just get, annoying. I don't know. I mean, wet spots everywhere.
And Key Lawrence, let's give our hats off to Key Lawrence, who playing safety, come in and played lockdown corner. And I think that's what he's going to do again I think they're going to keep him at that corner where, Woody. Or did you lose something?
Something's playing. I can hear somebody talking. Is it coming out of your computer?
Oh, probably.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I may have there may be some type of video running in the background.
Okay.
I can't hear it. But.
Yeah, Key Lawrence, true freshman coming in. Hopefully he continues to play well. Hopefully we get Woody Washington back. I'm not holding my breath on that one. I think he's kind of a little. What did Coach Riley say?
He is ahead of schedule, and even that's what Gabe said tonight, is that he's way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, but he also said that might be a little ambitious to expect him back this game. But with Jalen Redmond back, if we get pressure, the coverage doesn't have to be quite as good as if the quarterback's under pressure. Right. So let's hope that happens, and whatever open receivers we had against Tech or whoever else.
Who wasn't open against Tech.
Right. We can, just play, the whole defense will play better if we get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
So
12 people caught passes in that Tech game.
12 people. But you weren't one of them.
Nope. I wasn't one of them. Maybe if I get a sign and say, hold up, says, Caleb, throw it to me.
Probably still won't.
I'm open.
Probably won't.
I'm open.
I think your best bet is to try and, when they kick the extra point through, and instead of throwing it out, they'll just throw the ball down to you.
Yeah.
That's your best bet.
And then I could throw it out of the stadium from there.
You could throw it over the mountain.
Yeah. Row one. Ding! Chunk it.
I bet I can throw this football over the mountain. I have not watched that movie, by the way, but I know the quote.
If he'd have just put me in, would have won state championship. That's the only good part of the movie, really. The rest of it is just dumber than a box of rocks.
I can't even remember the name of it.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. I'm like, how do y'all watch this? This is the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
It is slow. I mean, there's parts of it that are funny, but the uncle and the grandma are the funniest parts.
I tell you what, it might not be quite as bad as the Adam Sandler movie when he tried to play his sister, his twin sister. What is that? I don't even know. I was like, this is the worst Adam Sandler movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and Little Nicky was kind of bad too.
Little Nicky was bad.
Yeah, he was reaching, for comedy in that one.
Yeah, terrible.
It's isn't it odd how those Saturday Night Live movies are, like Wayne's World and stuff, is like they run their courses like, oh my God, and then people get tired of that comedy.
Yeah.
Mike Myers, he had, Austin Powers, and then he started doing those other movies. I can't think of
his best movie was Shrek.
Yeah, but So I Married an Axe Murderer was, and then they just kind of died down. Will Ferrell's movies, now are, it's just like, ugh, it's so dumb. It's the same, it's the same bit over and over. If you watch any, what's his name, Tommy Boy, Chris Farley's movie, they're all Tommy Boy.
I know. They're all hilarious. Still today, they're all funny.
They're all named something different, but it's like, it's the same character.
Hey, Terry, who's your favorite little rascal?
Is it Spanky?
Oh, man, he cracks me up every time.
Yeah, and I like to go, brothers don't shake, brothers hug. Did you eat gas chips when you were a kid? Why?
Paint chips, I think so.
Paint chips, yeah. Did you eat when he was spraying himself with the gas? Did you eat paint chips? Why?
I still think David Spade's pretty funny, too.
Oh, yeah, David Spade's funny. And then the guy who did Ace, Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
He's German.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But the first one was pretty good. The European Gigolo was, but.
I got to put this out while we're talking.
Uh-oh.
Anthracite uniforms.
What?
Next weekend at home, anthracite.
I don't know what that means.
It's like sort of black.
Bull. That is not happening.
Anthracite helmet, pants, and shirt and shoes.
Shut up.
Red
Rob.
socks, red numbers. Red
so you
letters.
want us to look like TCU?
No, TCU's purple.
Yeah, it still was the god awfulest looking.
I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm saying that's what's going to happen.
Oh, who told you that?
Well, I can't reveal my sources. I mean, I could tell you. But,
did you have a wet dream last night, Rob?
Don't ask me that. Not since I was like 12.
Days ago. Why would you even think that?
I heard it's a possibility this year.
Oh, did you?
Yep. Not black.
Anthracite.
Not all red. Anthracite.
Can you spell anthracite?
Anthracite. Anthracite. I'm telling you.
I'm Googling it up.
Google it up. Sooners anthracite uniforms. Putting it out there.
Yeah,
I think there's 9 there somewhere.
I got anthropology, anthropologist, anthropomorphic,
I don't even want to know what that is.
Anthropocene, anthropogenic, anthropology, anthrocite,
Yeah, you just got to ask Siri.
anthropocentrite, procentric, anthracite. Here, maybe this is it.
Sounds like you need medication for that.
Anthracite. Hard coal.
Hard coal.
So coal basically is what you're saying.
I see. I always thought coal was black.
No, it's anthracite.
Silly me.
Yeah, come on, Rob.
You know, it's kind of funny. Men see color differently than women, so
Yeah.
a woman had to definitely make that color up.
The name anthracite comes from a precious variety of carbon, a black rock with metallic shine. Hence the reason
Black.
anthracite appears on the black side, even though it's actually a shade of deep gray that's almost black, but in a softer version.
Okay. All right. Well, that settles that.
Is anthracite gray?
Freudian slip right there, folks.
Is it gray or black? The genesis of anthracite color comes from the name of the precious variety of carbon rock, but it with its metallic gloss, it seems like it's black, but it simultaneously falls into gray. Simply speaking, it's a popular shade of gray.
Well, I heard there were 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know. I've never seen that movie either, but
I'm gonna put Oklahoma anthracite.
it's going to pop up a uniform. You're going to be in love with it. And you're going to go, yes.
Images. The basketball team has them.
There's your first clue.
Why would that be? My
Baseball
first?
team has them.
Well, the Bring the Wood jerseys have anthracite colors in them.
Oh.
See, so maybe that's what you're thinking.
Okay. Maybe.
Rob, they better not. I won't be happy.
What if it was anthracite and everything else was white? The numbers, the letters on the helmet.
Oklahoma State Cowboys have an anthracite jersey.
Oh, well, we don't want one then.
Yeah, see. So there you go, Rob. Stop it. Anthracite.
Well, what colors are Baylor going to come out in? Because they got like 42 of them. So,
well, they're
I
at
hope
home.
it's not that highlighter yellow.
I know.
that's
If
terrible.
it's highlighter yellow, I'm going to have migraines. Ugh, I hate that. Them in Oregon.
Yeah, they need to stop. They just
yeah.
need to pump the brakes on that yellow.
Yeah. But Sooners going to win this weekend. Championship November is underway, folks. That's the podcast. Boomer up.
Sooner Terry.
Hey, hold on, hold. Bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. What you doing, Terry?